Our film is going to be called Till Death Do Us Part, and it's basically because a lot of people find out, but it involves some sort of marriage and
it's horror.
And it's a horror genre. The main plot of synopsis is there's a newlywed couple who move into their new home, and then sort of they hear like a noise upstairs, and they go and investigate it, but they find nothing. And the next night, the wife, who's called Lily, she goes missing, but she's found the next morning. And the main concept we want to build is that something happened during the night that we don't know. And after a series of events, like her eye becomes bloodshot, etc., she becomes sort of possessed or seemingly possessed. And throughout the film, she just gets more increasingly sort of weirder. And the climax of the film is basically she's going to be sort of sacrificing her husband, which sort of links to the title Till Death Do Us Part, because she sort of becomes so weird that she wants to sacrifice her husband. And the ending of our film, which obviously we won't see, leaves it open for like a sequel, because you think everything's gone all really pear-shaped, and then you see the wife at the end again, and then it ends. But yeah, that's the main sort of.
For the opening, we wanted to show like the aftermath of the events that happen throughout the film, because at the beginning of a horror film it's normally just like a normal, like nothing really happens, but we wanted to jump that straight in and get all the thrilling stuff. And it'll show like the climax of the film's events without actually giving away like all of what happened and how, so it'll just be like little like snippets of things that happen, like he'll be laying on the floor unconscious, but you won't see like how he got there and stuff. And we wanted like pictures of Jacob and Lily, it's brilliant, to show like their relationship beforehand, and like to show like how they lived their lives, to give like a bit of background of the characters, and show that like nothing was like this before, and it's just like since they've moved. And we also know that we want like quick flashes between the shots of different objects, to show the pace of the film, the genre, and it will help keep it like jumpy. And we wanted to like include like the psychological elements, yeah, to like shock the audience and stuff.
Right, the iconography. We're going to use a doll in this. We're using the doll in our film to show straight away that the film is horror genre. We plan to use the doll as the item that possesses the female character and makes her want to kill her husband. The doll is simplistic but sinister, and we got the idea from Saw, because the doll is very scary and the one very scary. Yeah, and we'd like to achieve that in our film as well. We're going to use candles because these provide an eerie, almost satanic atmosphere, because like she's possessed, so I think it links well. And use dim, motivated lighting. Also, that's a stereotypical feature in most horror films, so this will emphasise the other props in the scene as well. Blood, the use of fake blood will show that one of the characters is in serious danger or pain. In addition, it is a normal convention of most horror films. Blood is also used to scare the audience and raise tension in scenes. And the knife is the main murder weapon that we'll be using. It is the most common weapon in most horror films, and a knife is an everyday object that makes it relatable to the audience as well.
Okay, so what makes the film appealing to our target audience of horror lovers? Our opening will be effective in appealing to our target audience by achieving the general elements of horror. The ideas we put together to achieve this are as following: dark lighting, create sort of an eerie atmosphere, blood, sort of scare and shock the audience, and screaming to create tension, same as a knife. Candles create, as Danny said before, sort of satanic theme, and the doll for the iconography, which most horror movies have. Our movie opening will be very capitalising and effective to the target audience because it's very ambiguous, because it starts with the aftermath. It's like we're not sure what's happening. And we plan to use blurring effects and very dark lighting, so not all aspects to the opening are clear. so a sense of mystery is created.
Question?